The exhaust valve is going to be the hardest, so we're going to go ahead and put that in first. I've got a compressor that I had to buy specially for this because I just couldn't do it with a screwdriver or screwdrivers. This is a really strong spring, this exhaust spring. And what we're doing here is we've got little jaws that I've opened up and placed this part, this keeper part, in this bottom one, and on the top it's going to be in the spring. And there's just a slide it will slide into once you get lined up, kind of like that. Okay, you see there's a gap there, so I need to close it down now. When I close it down, it should go right in here and seat there like it should. Once it does that, I can continue to close it down. Get it smaller and smaller. And I can tell you now that this tool is probably not going to be the tool that I really need, because I don't think it's going to get small enough to really work with very easy. Okay, so I've got that compressed as far as it will go. Let me kind of show you what I mean. See, I have to put the keepers, so I'll put this in, I'll drop the valve down, and then I'll have to put those little shims, those little keeper shims on the valve. I'll have to use some like sticky tacky wax or some grease, put one at a time, and then we'll kind of slide this over to lock them in. I won't be able to slide it all the way over, I'm sure, but just kind of hold them in place, and then we will start unscrewing the spring, and it should, this bottom part should close down on them because that's where they seat at. They'll seat almost flush in here when they're where they're supposed to be at. For example, here's one right here. So they go on small end up. Okay, yeah, it goes. It actually goes. It's recessed when it's right, and then the other one will go like this. Now, there's no way to put these on. There's no way to drop the valve stem down with them in place like that. They have to be completely out. So I can't even get them out now. Okay, you have to be completely out, and that's what's really hard about this, because there's not a lot of room to work with. So the keepers go right in the slot here, kind of like that. Now I'll need something to stick them to the valve, but the difficult part about all this is see, I don't really have any room to work with. See, really gonna be hard to do this. Okay, let's see how well this works. All right, so that one's in place. I'm going to put some grease on this, and then we'll try to get it on the other side. Something like that. It's going to be hard for me to do with my left hand. Alright, so I think I'm going to turn this one all the way around Okay, now I'm going to put this one in. I don't think you can probably see this, but all right, it's in place. It's in place. Both of them are. Let me get this one a little bit more over here. There we go. All right, now I'm going to just get that spring to go right down over them, hopefully. You see I've got a socket here kind of keeping it level. So that keeper, that round kind of washer looking thing should go right over them. What happened? Did that work? Or did I lose a keeper? I think that was my socket that just popped out. Alright, so we're in place. Check it out. It's in there. Let's grab a screwdriver and kind of move it around and make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Alright, now we do the intake. So the intake should be easier. There's no little shims. It's just this piece here. The stem will slide out with the spring in place. The stem will come over it like that, the big portion, and then we will pull it towards us. Pull the spring, that is, towards us, and that should lock it in. And then to remove it, we would just push it back. Okay, here we are. Spring is in place. Let's just close it down. So what we'll do is we'll put it in like this, and then once we get the stem down in there, we got it in position, we'll just pull it towards us and it should lock it in. I'll hold it towards me and then I will loosen it till the spring expands. So for now, let's go ahead and just tighten it down. All right, let's grab the clean valve. There we go. You hear it kind of snap, pop. Do it again. So that's out. I'd be able to pull the valve straight up from that point to lock it in. There, that's locked in. Okay, now all I need to do is I'll use one hand to just kind of support this, the other hand let me just set up. So yeah, I'm pulling it towards me, a little bit of force, tension, and we'll just let the load off of the spring here. Okay, the bottom's already released. Now let's just what am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Okay. All right, we're free. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's check it real quick. So see, good. Now, you could probably use something like this just to get that one off. Good luck with this one and holding it and having those shims drop down. Well, yeah, with this one, if you hold it, if you were to pull it up and then push it like this, it should disengage that lock area so that the spring would just fall on down. You'd be able to pull your valve out. That's how I got it off anyway. Check the gap. Ten. Six. Thanks for watching. Till next time, have a nice day. Take care.